Hello and welcome to another packed episode of Toby TV, and to get us started, let's look at the highlights of this week's show. I had a car, a Trans Am 5.0, it was white, it was beautiful, it was a convertible.
The most happening thing in Scarborough right now, and it was Mr. Thrud.
You saw a tin of sausages and some peanuts and you thought that was a good idea. First up, it is the digital busking sessions, and last week's show was all about the Viewfinder album, which is an album I'm just about to release, which is all about my solo work from 1996 to 2011. So I played songs that hadn't been played before, like Back in the Day and Losing Side, things like that. I was also delighted to invite my middle daughter, Maddie, onto the show. So let's take a look at some clips and some of the highlights from that.
Hang on a minute. Roast dinner on a Monday?
It's Thursday.
Thursday? You see? That's what I mean. Beef teriyaki noodles. That sounds like a sort of a funk album title, doesn't it? You know, in fact, Maddie actually looked horrified when it turned up and went, "Where's it going to go?
Yeah.
Is it just going to be a mess on the floor?" That's the exact words. I hired a car, a Trans Am 5.0. It was white, it was beautiful, it was a convertible, because me and Ket hadn't been long going out, and I hired this car to impress her, obviously.
Yeah, it's always great fun. Like I say, I invited Maddie, my middle daughter, to sing with me, and she sang two songs with me in a duet. One was When Will We Learn, and the other one was Forgiveness. So let's take a little look at one of those performances.
When will we break the chain? When will we start again? When will our hearts be full? When will the pain be gone? When will the world be clean? When will we wake from dream to find we're free from hate and all our lives are late? When will we learn to talk so we all understand? When will we face the facts?
Great stuff. And both of those songs available to download for free if you join the mailing list or Toby and the Whole Truth Facebook group. Okay, on to Patreon. And last Monday we started a new club called Belly Laughs where we discussed comedy. So I'd like to share a couple of clips from that show. Well, hang on. Back sausage and peanut tea.
Yeah, because
What this is,
I was going to cook dinner and then I forgot what the time was. So we got the sausages and peanuts out so I could watch it.
Were we like when you're reaching in the cupboard and you saw a tin of sausages and some peanuts and you thought that was a good idea?
Yeah. I'll show you what I've got for pudding.
Oh no! What is it? What? That's for Christmas.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh yeah!
Yes! Get in, kid.
You know that moment in 40 Towers when Basil Fawlty has the branch on the car, you know? I thought I was going to be doing this on my laptop, to be honest with you. It was just like, it's better work now.
And that is a brilliant moment. I mean, maybe great fun. And Blade, what a superstar. So if you're interested in Patreon, please go to patreon.com/Toby and the Whole Truth for further details. This coming week, we're discussing myths and legends of rock and roll, which is all those kind of stories you've heard on the grapevine or come down through the mists of time. So yeah, it's always great fun getting everyone together and talking about these subjects. And whilst we're on the subject of Patreon, there is a huge archive of material, quite a lot of Little Angel stuff there, a lot of my solo stuff. And one such interview that I did not so long ago, I mean, I interviewed all of the Little Angels members, but I interviewed Mark Richardson. Now, Mark's had a fantastic career, obviously with Little Angels, but also went on to be the drummer for Feeder and now Skunk Anansie. But I caught up with Mark to discuss all manner of his work.
And then, so I was at Scarborough Tech and I was like, I need to get into the scene. Like, there's a music scene in Scarborough, and it was sort of, but like, I didn't really know where to start, so I just went, right, I'm going to find out who's the biggest thing, the most happening thing in Scarborough right now. And it was Mr. Thrud, because I think you guys had you started on Zeus, was it? And then you'd sort of changed it, got better, and then you'd gone to Mr. Thrud, and you had this residency as Mr. Thrud down at the Stephen Joseph Theatre in the Round. They had the theatre at one end, and then they had this little venue at the other.
That's right, yeah.
Am I right in thinking it was probably 200 people? Or
It was,
small?
do you know, it was 120.
Was it?
And it was called the Square Cat, if you remember, and it was the theatre bar, wasn't it? The theatre cafe.
That's right. That's right.
Brilliant, Mark Richardson there. And I've had the absolute pleasure of working with Mark and Grant Kirkhope from the Big Bad Horns, if you remember, on a secret project that we finished mixing this week. It's only one song, but it's turned out really, really cool. But I can't tell you what it's about just yet, not until I get the go-ahead from the production company. But I'll let you know as soon as I know. Okay, we're going to move on to a new section of the show where you can win some stuff. Yes, it's competition time. And this week, the first thing up is this, which is, there's only one of its type in existence. It is a medium t-shirt, and it was produced as a prototype for release with the Viewfinder album. So if you want to be in with a chance of winning that, please comment Viewfinder in the comments below. And with regard to the Viewfinder album, we've now completely sold out of that, which was absolutely wonderful. We're now getting them ready for dispatch, so they should be dispatched at the beginning of March. We should also be getting the songs up on the digital platforms by the 12th of March. Okay, thanks for joining me this week. All that remains for me to say is ciao, au revoir, and see ya.